I just said some people are scared to admit it because the way the world is now, they can lose their job, they can lose their livelihood, hell, they might lose their home. It just depends. I don't think that they don't understand what the racist is that they're racist. I think they're scared to tell people or to let it be known that they are racist. Now, that's just my honest and blatant opinion on that. Because I'm sure it's plenty of them out there that would not mind saying that they are, but they're scared to say it in today's world because it could be recorded. Somebody could take a picture of it on social media. Next thing you know, they get fired. It depends on where they work. That kind of stuff can follow you around on the job. You know, with the way the world works now, there's no way you getting the job being just known blatant as, because you have to deal with people and customers and they don't have time. And honestly, I don't even think it's on jobs. I don't think it's from the goodness of the job. I think it's from they're scared of lawsuits, because that is a plain and out lawsuit. Like if any way you're working somewhere and they find out you discriminated in some type of way on somebody at the job, so they really can't hire you. So they would love nothing more than an identifying marker to be able to say, we can't hire him because of that. He gonna come in here and cost us some money. I'm assuming that, you know, it's somebody that is out the goodness of their heart at some company, I'm sure. But I think it's very few. And that's just my honest opinion. I'm basically like Jacob's dad when he was like, nah, I really don't trust white people. You know what I'm saying? And it killed me that people can't understand that. And they couldn't believe that LeBron James said the same thing. Now, I would never put a group of people into a, group and say all people are a certain type of way, because I've met people that aren't. But if I don't know you, and that's just the way the world is, because that's what we see all the time. You have to understand that. If I didn't know you and you were white, I'm not going to automatically trust you, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just because the way, especially with me, because I'm from Mississippi in the first place. So it's kind of like I can't just let my guard down like that. You know what I mean? I have to actually be alert and pay attention to what's going on at all times, because you may be and just not letting it be known that you are, because you can't. Like, please believe that it is somebody at your job that is a pure, cold-blooded racist, that if they thought they could get away with you, would murder you right now. But the way the world works, they would not have a livelihood if they did. So they can't. And they can't let it be known that they can't stand you or they don't like you or whatever, and that's just the truth of the matter. I'm not like a lot of people that want to live naive, like we're all going to be in Nirvana somewhere. I'm a realist, and that's being real. And if anything, all that's been happening lately is they get a little more bolder and they're revealing themselves. That's all. And honestly, it's the reason it seems like it's more than ever. It's because, okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example of what I'm gonna say before I say it. The reason that I say Trump is one of the provokers of it is because, okay, the same exact thing tried to rear his head when Obama was running for president. But McCain is a prime example of what I'm talking about, that you can't group all people with one group of people. Because when they tried it, the reason they get out of control, because when they tried to do it, the people tried to speak up on it, McCain, he wouldn't flame it. He wouldn't flame it to make it where everybody would think the same thing. Because irregardless of what people think, some people have to be led. They're not going to automatically get to an assumption, without help. They can be turned either way. You got some people that are going to believe regardless, but you got people that can turn. So McCain wouldn't flame the flames to make the people turn. So it never got to the point of being ridiculous like it is now, because the president we have now flames it to make people go, you know what, it might be all right to feel this way. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are just not free thinkers. They just gonna believe whatever you tell them, and for lack of a better word, they're fucking stupid. I can't clean that up. I'm sorry. I think that's part of the problem, that we became too PO. We became too politically correct that we won't call stupid stupid. That it's a lot of people that are easily provoked to doing stuff because they're fucking stupid. Example right here. When Trump said, President Trump, give me his title, when he said that the crazy shit about bleach, shooting yourself up with bleach or drinking bleach can clean the system, or light going into your skin, some kind of way, that crazy shit. Just this past the other day, in one day, not a week, a day, 46 people drunk bleach. You know how long ago he said that? And it's still people doing that dumb shit? Now, if there's not a testament to how many people, stupid people there are in the world, that can easily be manipulated and turned a certain way. When somebody's just saying something, or they believe something they read on Facebook or Instagram or some kind of social media, they're real easily to be turned or provoked, or they believe stuff real easily because they don't have the mindset to know how to investigate something to find out if it's actual true or it's factual. They just believe whatever you say. I'm telling you right now, if Trump told the world right now that he was Jesus Christ, half of the people believe him. Right now. Because it's actually that many stupid people in America. It really is. They're not going to investigate it. They're just going to take him at his word. If he said that right now, they will believe him. It'll be a lot of people believe him. A lot. And it'll shock and surprise you. But it wouldn't shock and surprise me, because I've been watching America get dumber about the last 10 to 12 years straight, that you can clearly tell we're going way off the reservation with the amount of stupid people that's taking over. And I'm going to tell you how it happened. It happened because too many stupid people got into powerful positions based on what I like to call the hookup. Understand? Who you know. Not the abilities that you have, but who you know. And it's everywhere. It's in every job. It's in every workplace. It's in every facet of America right now. Not abilities. Who you know. Color of your skin. Basically the hookup. And if you don't believe me, if anybody listening to this right now, I guarantee you can name at least 3 people wherever you work at that's like that. That clearly they don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they still got a job and they're in a high position. And they're just faking their way through, not really having no results or anything, or they're leaning on somebody that's their counterpart that's in a lower ranking than they are. Everybody knows people like that. And if you go back, say, early 90s, you didn't see that many. But now, they're everywhere. Not only are they everywhere, they're in really high positions, like they're GMs, COs, CEOs, and all kind of presidents and high positions, CFOs and shit in companies. This shit is crazy. And you wonder why the world is like that. Because we allowed it to be that way, because we're too politically correct to call people stupid when they're fucking stupid. And we're too politically correct to say, hey man, you actually need experience for this job, instead of, oh, you just know about it and the right person can push you in it. And people just kind of look over it and let it go. Because everybody think that some kind of way you're helping your race. No, you just helping America to be last in every fucking thing. That's why it makes me laugh every time I hear that America great again shit. How the fuck America gonna be great when your head leader was basically a C student that really ain't graduated from no goddamn where, and he's a fucking idiot? And I'm sorry, it is what it is. I'm a realist, people. I tell it how it is. I tell it how it is, man. This is the reality of what I try to make people understand. Okay. If this man was super intelligent, he would be able to build something on his own. He did not. He had a rich father. He didn't build shit. He inherited everything. Okay? I would want to see the credentials of a person that actually built something on their own compared to somebody that just gave him shit. Because I guarantee you right now, if I took 10 people in a room and I gave 10 people $10 million, 8 of them will be able to make a fortune after $10 million. It's not that fucking impressive. You know what I'm saying? And that would be the equivalent of what his father gave him to start his business. And 3 of them failed when he first started. He just kept feeding the money. Now, I've seen people, black and white, so it's not a color barrier. I've seen people get done this way. And it's usually just one child, though. It used to be like they're the only child. But I've seen people get done this way. And in most cases, it actually worked. But I've seen it fail miserably, too. That they just keep feeding the money till they get to the point where they can be successful some kind of way and get smart enough to hire people that know what the fuck they doing. And that's just the truth. But it's Black man after black man after black man after black man getting murdered. And the fact that you would have the leader of a country that is supposed to be the leader of the whole country, not just the white part of the country, to not speak up on it on a regular basis and to say something about it or try to start something to stop it, if you don't call that fan in the fucking flame, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't expect any president to go up to do everything for black people or white people or any other kind of people if you're supposed to be the leader of the whole goddamn country. You're supposed to treat everybody equally. You're the leader of a country. And if you didn't want to, why did you take the goddamn job? To me, that's no different than taking a job anywhere. Hell, if you're going to work at fucking McDonald's, if your mentality of working at McDonald's, if you don't like one race or another, how could you work somewhere and you got to actually deal with customers all the time, much less the employees? Why would you take that job? And to get down even further, a job that serves the community like the police. If you don't like a certain type of people, why would you take a job that you have to service the people? That shit is stupid. But I don't expect someone that's stupid to understand what I'm saying. I don't expect you to get that. Because why would you want to deal with some people you don't even like? So that's just, there's no logic in that. That's fucking stupid. We're going to take another break right here, people. I'm still waiting on a couple of more people to come into the room. I've been reading your comments as I go. Matter of fact, before I go, let me read one comment before I go. This person is saying from Chicago, Illinois, that the people are rioting because they're mad. Once you reach a boiling point, it's a reaction. People will react in any way the more you push. I can agree. Everything has an effect. I don't care what you do in life. There's reaction to what you do. Something's going to come back the other way. And if you're kind of intelligent about what you do, you will kind of be able to anticipate and know what's going to happen if you do something a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, you can't walk up on the street and just slap the shit out of everybody every day. A couple of people, you might get away with it. That's fearful. But some other people going to react at some point and they're going to want to hit your ass back. I mean, that's common sense. That's no different than what's happening right now. You can only push and hit and do stuff for so long before something comes back at you. That's in any way. I mean, that's practically how wars start. You can only do so much and get away with it before somebody reacts. That's the reason that every empire has failed through history. Empires with slaves, because once you at the top and you keep kicking and pushing and stepping and killing and everything to the little people, eventually they are going to have a revolution. They will eventually react to your constant negative behavior at some point. And if it's not them, they'll combine with somebody else to do the same thing. That's been going on in history since the beginning of the fucking time. That's how Rome has failed. That's how all empires has failed. Same type of thing. So if you believe that you can keep acting, I'm talking to the racists now, the way that you're acting without something coming back the other way in a negative way, you're just fucking stupid. It's just no other explanation for it. And behind that, we're going to take this commercial break. We'll be back.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top, bitch.
Low waist, fat ass bitch, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Diamonds dancing on your neck, nigga, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Fucking nigga, get rich, bitch, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. MLB, icy gang, nigga, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Wrist on glitter, waist on thinner. I'ma show you how to bag an 8-figure nigga. Face on zaddy, pockets on jigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder. Private villa in the fire chinchilla. When he post me, all the house get sicker. But boy killer, I don't need fillers. Never been a lame, so the real bitches feel it. Zaddy on the FaceTime, you can never take mine. End up on a dateline, Rich with no day job, bitch hit your wop. Always on the course side, Billionaire niggas wanna eat me out. Bitch, I'm from the West Coast, they wanna go down south. All these lame ass niggas tryna fuck for clout. I won't let him hit, but he can put it in his mouth. Low waist, fat ass bitch, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Diamonds dancing on your neck, nigga, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Fucking nigga, get rich, bitch, tap in.